What if the secret to a peaceful, affordable retirement wasn't hiding in Florida or Arizona, but tucked away on the quiet shores of a Texas lake almost nobody talks about? Some of these forgotten towns offer waterfront living for a fraction of what you'd expect, and one of them has homes selling for prices that'll make you rewind this video. Stick with me till number 1, and hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss a single hidden gem. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 10. Whitney, Lake Whitney. Let's kick off our countdown with a town that most Texans drive right past, Whitney. Sitting on the shore of the sparkling Lake Whitney, often nicknamed the getaway capital of Texas. Here's the thing most people miss. While everyone chases the crowded, pricey lakes near Austin, Whitney quietly delivers big limestone bluffs, clear blue water, and wide-open skies without the tourist chaos. Now let's talk real numbers, because that's why you're here. According to 2026 housing data, the average home value in Whitney sits around $228,000, and listings regularly start far lower, with fixer-uppers and lots appearing well under $100,000. For a genuine waterfront lifestyle, that's remarkable value in today's market. What makes Whitney perfect for retirees? First, the pace is slow and neighborly. This is a town where people still wave from their porches. Second, the lake itself is a paradise for striped bass fishing, boating, and birdwatching, so your hobbies are right outside your door. And third, you're only about an hour from Waco, meaning hospitals, shopping, and big city services are close without living in the noise. Here's a practical tip if Whitney interests you. Visit during spring or early fall, when the weather is mild and the lake levels are typically higher. Walk the small downtown, chat with locals at the diner, and drive the shoreline neighborhoods. You'll quickly notice how far your retirement dollar stretches here compared to the famous Texas lakes. Whitney proves an important point that carries through this entire list. Forgotten doesn't mean lesser. It often means smarter. The retirees who've discovered this place aren't missing out on anything except the crowds and the inflated price tags. They traded traffic for tranquility, and honestly, that trade sounds pretty great. But we're just getting started, because number 9 takes affordable lake living in a whole different and delicious direction. Number 9. Emery and Alba, Lake Fork. If your idea of the perfect retirement includes a fishing rod in one hand and coffee in the other, number 9 was practically built for you. Welcome to the tiny towns of Emery and Alba, the gateways to legendary Lake Fork, the lake famous across America for producing more record-breaking largemouth bass than almost anywhere in Texas. And before we go further, if you're already picturing yourself on that dock, do me a quick favor and tap subscribe, because the towns coming up in our top 5 are even more surprising. Now, here's the angle that makes Lake Fork special. This isn't just a lake, it's a lifestyle destination for people who love the water. The entire community is built around fishing, nature, and calm rural living. You've got quiet coves, towering flooded timber, and some of the most peaceful sunrises in East Texas. On the money side, this area remains a hidden value. While premium open waterfront homes climb higher, the surrounding communities of Emery, Alba, and Yantis still offer modest homes and lots at genuinely reasonable prices, with many listings well below big city averages. You're buying into nature, not into a status symbol. For retirees, the practical benefits stack up nicely. The cost of living is low, the property gives you room to breathe, and daily life is refreshingly simple. Need groceries or a doctor? Emery has the essentials. And larger Tyler is a manageable drive away for hospitals and shopping. Here's my actionable advice. If you're considering Lake Fork, rent a cabin for a week first during different seasons. Talk to the folks at the local bait shops. They know the community better than any brochure. You'll learn which coves stay full year-round and which neighborhoods fit your budget. Lake Fork rewards a very specific retiree. The one who values peace, water, and a fishing rod over nightlife and shopping malls. And if that's you, this forgotten corner of Texas might just be paradise. Next up, we swing toward towering pines and something a little wilder. Number 8. Livingston, Lake Livingston. Number 8 brings us into the heart of the East Texas piney woods, where the town of Livingston hugs the shore of the massive Lake Livingston, one of the biggest lakes in the entire state. If Whitney was about bargains and Lake Fork was about fishing, Livingston is about one thing above all, being wrapped in nature. Picture this: tall pine forests, Spanish moss, misty mornings on the water, and a lake so large it feels like an inland sea. This is the kind of place where you slow down whether you plan to or not. For retirees craving green, quiet, and space, few Texas towns deliver it like this one. Let's get to the numbers, because value is our whole theme. Livingston offers a genuinely wide range of housing. Townhomes and smaller houses regularly list from the $140,000 to the $170,000, with lakeside options scaling up from there. That entry point makes a waterfront-adjacent retirement realistic for people on a fixed income, and that's exactly the kind of hidden opportunity most lists ignore. Why does Livingston work so well for retirees specifically? For starters, it's a designated retirement-friendly community with a real small-town feel. The cost of living sits comfortably below the national average, and Texas famously has no state income tax, which stretches every Social Security and pension dollar further. You've also got Houston roughly 75 miles south, so world-class medical care is within reach when you need it. Here's a practical move. Explore the communities and subdivisions around the lake's edge, not just the town center. Many offer community amenities like boat ramps and clubhouses at prices far below what you'd pay near Austin or Dallas. Livingston teaches us that a rich retirement isn't always about luxury. Sometimes it's about waking up to birdsong, walking under pines, and watching the water. That's wealth of a different kind. Now, from deep forest, let's head to the largest lake most people have never heard of. Number 7, Toledo Bend area. Here's a stat that stops people cold. Toledo Bend is the largest man-made lake in the South and one of the biggest in the entire United States. Yet the Texas towns along its shore remain some of the most overlooked, uncrowded, and affordable on this whole countdown. That contrast is exactly why it earns spot number 7. The angle here is space. Glorious, endless space. This lake stretches for miles along the Texas-Louisiana border, which means plenty of shoreline, plenty of privacy, and none of the elbow-to-elbow crowding you'll find at the trendy lakes. If your retirement dream involves genuine elbow room and water in every direction, this is your place. On pricing, Toledo Bend remains a value hotspot. Lake homes here frequently list in the $280,000 to $380,000, but the surrounding area also offers cabins, smaller homes, and lots at prices that undercut the famous Central Texas lakes dramatically. You're paying rural East Texas prices for one of the most impressive bodies of water in the country. For retirees, the appeal is a blend of serenity and outdoor abundance. The fishing here is world-class. Toledo Bend is repeatedly ranked among the top bass lakes in America. Add in boating, kayaking, and thick surrounding forest, and every day feels like being on vacation. The trade-off, to know honestly, it's remote. Major hospitals and big shopping are a drive away. So this suits active, independent retirees more than those needing constant medical access. My practical tip: because it's so large, the lake feels very different from one area to another. Spend time exploring both the northern and southern Texas shores before choosing. Water depth, community feel, and prices vary significantly along its length. Toledo Bend is the ultimate answer for the retiree who wants maximum nature and maximum privacy for minimum money. It's proof that the biggest treasures are sometimes the ones hiding in plain sight. Now let's climb into some genuinely dramatic scenery for number 6. Number 6, Possum Kingdom Lake. Don't let the funny name fool you. Number 6 is arguably the most stunning lake on this entire list. Welcome to Possum Kingdom Lake, affectionately called PK by locals, where rugged red cliffs, crystal clear blue-green water, and dramatic canyon walls create scenery that looks more like Arizona than Texas. Here's the angle that sets PK apart. It combines breathtaking natural beauty with a real, established community. This is a planned lake area of nearly 10,000 people, blending permanent homes, weekend cabins, and local businesses. So unlike some remote spots, you get jaw-dropping views and actual neighbors, services, and social life. Now, honesty matters, so let's be clear on money. Because of its beauty, PK's prime waterfront can run higher than some towns on this list. But, and this is the hidden opportunity, the surrounding area still offers cabins, off-water homes, and lots at surprisingly reasonable prices, letting you buy into this spectacular setting without a beachfront mansion budget. Compared to what similar scenery costs in other states, it's a genuine bargain. For retirees, Possum Kingdom delivers a rare combination. The clear, deep water is perfect for boating, swimming, scuba diving, and fishing. The famous Hell's Gate Cliffs are a bucket list site right in your backyard. And the community feel means you'll find events, marinas, restaurants, and friendly faces rather than isolation. Practical advice. PK is roughly 90 minutes to 2 hours west of Fort Worth, so plan for that drive when it comes to major medical care and big box shopping. Because of the terrain, I'd strongly recommend visiting in person before buying. Photos genuinely don't capture how beautiful and how hilly this landscape is. Possum Kingdom proves that affordable and spectacular aren't opposites. For retirees who want their daily view to feel like a postcard while still having community around them, PK is tough to beat. Next, we trade dramatic cliffs for something equally valuable: convenience. Number 5. Gun Barrel City, Cedar Creek Lake. Cracking into the top 5, we hit a town with maybe the boldest name in Texas: Gun Barrel City, sitting on the shores of Cedar Creek Lake. And the angle here is the one that quietly matters most to a lot of retirees: convenience. This is lake living that keeps you close to everything. Here's why that's a game changer. Cedar Creek Lake is only about an hour southeast of Dallas. That means you get the peaceful waterfront lifestyle during the week and full access to a major metro's hospitals, airports, shopping, and family visits whenever you need them. You're not choosing between quiet lake life and big city convenience. You get both. On the numbers, this area is a sweet spot. The median listing price around Cedar Creek Lake hovers near $250,000, with Gun Barrel City homes commonly ranging from the $180,000 up through the $310,000, depending on how close to the water you get. For a lake this accessible to Dallas, those prices are genuinely competitive, and you'll even spot occasional listings well below that. For retirees, the practical perks add up fast. The town has grown into a real hub with grocery stores, medical clinics, restaurants, and services right there. No long drives for essentials. The lake offers excellent fishing, boating, and a lively lake community with plenty of social activity. And with Dallas so close, your grandkids can actually visit without a cross-country trek. My actionable tip: since Cedar Creek is a large, developed lake, prices swing a lot by neighborhood. Focus your search on the quieter coves and established subdivisions rather than the busiest party areas. You'll find better value and more peace. Gun Barrel City is the perfect pick for the retiree who loves the idea of a lake but doesn't want to feel cut off from modern life. It's the balanced choice, and balance, in retirement, is worth a lot. Now, let's head into the beautiful Texas Hill Country. Number 4. Buchanan Lake Village, Lake Buchanan. Number 4 takes us into the crown jewel region of Texas, the famous Hill Country, but with a twist. Everyone knows the Hill Country is gorgeous, and everyone knows it's gotten expensive. So here's the hidden secret. Lake Buchanan and the small community of Buchanan Lake Village let you live in that beauty for far less than the Austin area lakes nearby. Quick reminder before we go on, we're deep in the top 5 now, and number 1 genuinely surprised me. So if you're enjoying this countdown, hit subscribe so the algorithm keeps sending you gems like these. Now, the angle. Lake Buchanan is one of the largest lakes in the Hill Country, with rolling hills, granite shorelines, and even bald eagles wintering along its waters. Yet because it sits a bit northwest of the Austin frenzy, the prices haven't exploded the way Lake Travis or Lake LBJ have. That's the opportunity. On real numbers, the value shows clearly. In Buchanan Lake Village, homes regularly list from the $230,000, with a healthy mix of options up and down from there, a striking contrast to the $500,000 and up norm on the trendier Hill Country lakes just a short drive south. For retirees, This is a dream blend. You get the postcard hill country scenery, think wineries, wildflowers, and scenic drives, plus a calm, small community atmosphere. The lake delivers fishing, boating, and eagle-watching tours, while charming nearby towns like Burnett and Marble Falls offer dining, services, and healthcare access. Here's my practical advice. Lake Buchanan levels can fluctuate with drought and rain, so research recent water conditions and choose your location with that in mind. And take a fall drive through the region. The light on those hills will sell you instantly. Lake Buchanan is proof you don't need Austin money to live the hill country dream. For retirees who want beauty and prestige without the shocking price tag, it's a brilliant, overlooked choice. Now we head east for unbeatable value. Number 3. Lake Palestine area. Landing in our top 3, we return to the Piney Woods for a town whose biggest superpower is something that hits your wallet every single year: low costs and low property taxes. Welcome to the Lake Palestine area of East Texas, and specifically, the charming town of Palestine nearby. This one is all about long-term financial breathing room. Here's the angle. A lot of retirement advice focuses only on home price, but smart retirees know the real killer is ongoing costs: taxes, utilities, everyday living. East Texas towns around Lake Palestine consistently rank among the most affordable in the region, with property taxes and cost of living running noticeably below Tyler and the bigger markets. Over a 20-year retirement, that difference is enormous. On the numbers, the town of Palestine has posted a median listing home price around $220,000, with an overall cost of living roughly 9% below the national average. Meanwhile, Lakefront and Lakeview homes on Lake Palestine itself span from mid-range options up to premium waterfront, so there's a fit for many budgets. That combination of cheap daily living plus attainable lake homes is rare. For retirees, the lifestyle is classic East Texas charm. Lake Palestine offers beautiful tree-lined shores, excellent fishing, and quiet coves. The historic town of Palestine adds character with its famous railroad history, dogwood festivals, and walkable downtown. And Tyler, a regional medical hub, is close enough for excellent healthcare. My practical tip: because taxes and services vary by county and school district in this area, do your homework on exactly which side of the lake a property sits. It can meaningfully change your annual tax bill. A local agent who knows those lines is worth their weight in gold. Lake Palestine is the choice for the retiree who thinks long-term. It's not just cheap to buy, it's cheap to live, year after year. And that kind of sustained affordability is what makes a retirement truly stress-free. Now, our runner-up doubles your fun. Number 2. Pottsboro, Lake Texoma. Our silver medalist is a place that literally gives you more than one state to play in. Meet Pottsboro and the surrounding towns on Lake Texoma, the enormous lake straddling the Texas-Oklahoma border. The angle here is pure lifestyle abundance. This is one of the most visited lakes in America, and you get to call it home. Why does Texoma earn the number 2 spot? Because it delivers a rare mix of size, activity, and accessibility. This is a genuine recreation destination. Marinas, boating, striped bass fishing so famous it draws anglers nationwide, golf resorts, and lakeside restaurants. Retirement here doesn't mean slowing down to nothing. It means having endless things to do right outside your door. Now the money, which is where it gets exciting. Lake Texoma remains a strong value market, and buyers actively hunt and find retirement homes under $200,000 in the area. Prices span from budget cabins and older homes up to newer waterfront builds, giving you real flexibility. Because so many properties are weekend and second homes, patient buyers can find excellent deals from motivated sellers. For retirees, the practical picture is bright. The Texas side around Pottsboro and Sherman-Denison offers hospitals, shopping, and services, so you're not isolated. Dallas is only about an hour and a half south, keeping family and major airports within reach. And having 2 states of shoreline to explore keeps life endlessly interesting. Here's my actionable advice. Property rules, taxes, and even water regulations differ between the Texas and Oklahoma sides. Decide early which side fits your needs. The Texas side typically offers better proximity to Dallas and Texas tax advantages, including no state income tax. Lake Texoma is the pick for the active retiree who refuses to settle down quietly. Someone who wants adventure, options, and affordability all at once. It's a spectacular runner-up. But there's one town that beats it on the single factor that matters most to budget retirees. Let's reveal number 1. Number 1, Lake Corpus Christi towns. And here it is, the number 1 forgotten Texas lakefront town for retirement in 2026. Drumroll please, it's the communities around Lake Corpus Christi, and it takes the crown for one powerful reason. It may offer the most jaw-droppingly affordable true lake living in the entire state. Here's the angle that seals the top spot. Throughout this list, we balanced beauty, location, and value. But when it comes to pure affordability meeting real waterfront life, the Lake Corpus Christi area stands alone. Reports have highlighted average lake area home prices hovering right around the $100,000 mark in this community, a number that sounds almost impossible in today's market. Yet here it is on a genuine Texas lake. Let's stack up why it wins. First, cost of living. The greater Corpus Christi region runs roughly 10% below the national average, and combined with Texas having no state income tax, your retirement income stretches remarkably far. Second, the lake itself. Lake Corpus Christi is a warm, southern fishing and boating paradise, known for catfish, bass, and crappie, plus year-round mild weather that means you're on the water almost every month. Third, and this is huge, location. You're a short drive from the city of Corpus Christi and the Gulf Coast beaches. Imagine spending your morning on a quiet freshwater lake and your afternoon on the ocean shore. Few places on Earth offer both so cheaply. And the city provides full hospitals, shopping, and an airport nearby. My final practical tip, because the headline prices are so low, inspect carefully. Some ultra-affordable homes need work. Budget for updates, work with a local inspector and agent, and you can turn a bargain into a dream retirement home. Lake Corpus Christi wins because it answers the question this whole video asked. Can you really retire on the water in Texas without draining your savings? The answer is a resounding yes, and this hidden gem proves it better than anywhere else. And there you have it, the 10 best forgotten Texas lakefront towns for retirement in 2026. Counted down to the ultimate affordable champion. Which of these hidden gems would you choose? Drop the number, or the name, in the comments right now. I read every single one, and I'd love to know if your dream town made the list. If this video helped you picture a more peaceful, affordable retirement, do 3 quick things. Smash that like button, subscribe so you never miss our next hidden gem countdown, and share this with someone who's dreaming of lake life. Want more? Tap the video on screen now for even more affordable retirement destinations across America. Your perfect lakeside chapter might be closer and cheaper than you ever imagined. See you in the next one.